What's up, everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. We're coming at you with a super spicy episode 237, and we're recording on May 22nd, 2023. I'm Doug, and joining me today, we got Warren.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And Anita.
Hello.
As a quick reminder, check out SojuTalk on your favorite podcast platform, sub to us on YouTube, and join the SojuTalk Discord and be a part of the nation. Okay, no announcements or sponsors this week, so we're just gonna go straight into the big new releases. There was supposed to be 3. We added a 4th. So we have Mijoo solo debut with Movie Star, Joohoney solo debut with Freedom, and ENHYPEN with Bite Me. And then Boys Next Door, that new rookie group from KOZ, they just dropped the music video randomly, even though they're not debuting for like 8 days from now, technically. So we added it because the big deal. But let's start at the top. Mijoo solo debut with Movie Star. She is now at Antenna, formerly of Woollim when she was in Lovelyz back in the day. Does this not feel like a Lovely song to anyone else? Like, I don't know how to say it, right?
I could see it. I could see the comparison.
Yeah. It feels like we're leaving off. It feels like we're connecting off of where we left off with what's called Obliviate.
It kind of does.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing though. You know, I was listening to this song and I was thinking about one of my favorite groups of all time, IZ*ONE, obviously. Mm-hmm. I miss girl group electronica K-pop a little bit.
Yes, I agree.
And I think this song kind of hits those notes that I'm used to, that made me really fall in love with some of those groups back in the day, right? I thought it was fine. I don't think this song was anything too crazy. I was excited because I'm a Mijoo fan. I watched the variety show she's on. We had cameos in this song from Lee-kyung, and we also had Hyori was, even though she's not a movie star, so that was a little confusing to me. But
she's a celebrity of sorts.
She's a celebrity. I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Has Mijoo acted? I'm curious now. What is this backstory? Why is this all called Movie Star? I don't think she's done. No, she has not. So maybe something in the future.
I mean, she's not a movie star, but I feel like it kind of represents like her play. I feel like it does a pretty good job, like, of representing her place in the media industry per se, right? Because like Mijoo is definitely like everybody's favorite variety girl. We love her. You love her. I love her.
She's the hottest like idol variety star right now, I would say at the moment. Yeah.
But at the same time, like we never felt like she was like a superstar, kind of the way, for instance, Jennie is, or like Hyori was. You know what I mean? No. So I felt like there was that kind of sense of like, oh, I want to be a movie star. I want to look up, and like that was kind of going back to what we talked about last week with G-Idol. It felt like a very appropriate message and a messaging that kind of like makes sense almost for her. You know, no, it was like very persuasive. You know, it's like Mijoo. She still has room to grow. She still has places to be. You know, her career is like very far from peaking yet. So you know, like that's what it's about. That's the takeaway I had with the song, especially because the song flows in a very familiar pattern.
I'm not. You know, okay, so she moved to Antenna, right? Which obviously was a very big move for her because that's a pretty big company. For all intents, on the music side, they're known for more of the indie music, but on the entertainer side, they picked up Yujaseok, Mijoo's there, now Hyori's there, so they're starting to pick up like big names, all kind of connected to Yoo-hyul, who owns the company. But Mijoo's had a very interesting post Woollim / Lovelyz career, and I was expecting her to do a solo thing at some time, but at the same time I was like, you know, the variety's going so well at the moment,
she didn't need it per se.
She didn't need it. Like she NBC, so she does a lot of her variety shows on NBC, right? She won the Rookie of the Year award in 2021. 2022, she won the Excellence Award already, right?
Both for variety positions,
both for variety specifically, right? So she's picking up accolades along the way.
I mean, would you be, and I ask this because you are the one out of 3 of us that's currently watching Hang Out With You, or have in the recent years. Do you feel like she's more successful as a musician or a variety person?
I think she is more successful as a variety person, to be completely honest with you. She's hard carry. It's Yujaseok's show, right?
Right.
But Yujaseok and Mijoo are hard carrying the show at the moment. And I also watched all of Sixth Sense, which she was on, right? And that had a lot of other female cast members. She was like, her and Jessie were like the 2 funniest on the show, I would say.
Okay. I will admit, like, I saw an episode of Pink Chicken Go. Do you guys know what that is?
No.
So this is YooJaSuk's YouTube show.
He has a YouTube.
He has a YouTube thing now. I don't know. It's kind of low key because like all he does is turn on the camera and he talks with his friends for about 40 minutes to like 2 hours.
Uh-huh.
And YooJaSuk and Chun So-min was on it, and I was like, it was very clear, like, okay, these people are, they know how to do comedy. You know what I mean? Like they're funny people. I like them. But yeah.
And?
That's,
I thought you were gonna say
yeah,
more.
that's yeah. It's, I don't know. How did you feel about the song, Anita?
I know about her in Variety, but I haven't really seen it firsthand very often. So I guess I kind of was still hanging on to her as an artist, but not quite, right? Because I feel like I never really, I didn't know what her take on a solo project would be. But I don't know. I was pleasantly surprised. I liked that it had a storyline going on, that it was appropriate for her current situation, her career paths right now in a way. There was a lot of aspects of the song that I thought were cool, like the choreography for some of the live stages. She's been using like phone lights, like flashlights as props, which I thought was really cool. My only, not a concern, but I guess as something I feel like could be improved on was that there was a little bit of lack of energy in some of the live performances, and I don't know if it's because maybe she's just getting back into it because she hasn't performed in a while, but I don't know. I thought the choreography was nice, just not maybe with the energy necessary to really like showcase it. Mm-hmm. But I thought it was good in that case. The sets and styling were also very nice. So as we mentioned, the storyline for this song is that she starts like behind the scenes, right? Like working, seeing other people in the spotlight. And then she goes through her time in the spotlight. And she goes through a lot of like sets, like promo shots, stuff like that. I thought that was really cool. And the detail they did for the sets I thought was really nice as well. Like the lighting, the outfits, everything felt like it was both playing on the fact that it's like, oh, behind the scenes shots, but also looks pretty good quality. So I thought that was cool.
There was that one shot where it like quickly switched between all the different shots while she's doing that.
That was
one
nice.
choreo.
That was
really
a nice
cool.
shot. That was a good shot.
Yeah. No, I thought visually it was really, really nice. And it helped with this storyline of like, now it's her, like time being on camera in the frame, the focus on her. Sound wise, I think we mentioned this a little bit already, how it kind of sounds similar to what Lovelyz was doing. I don't mind it. I thought it was really nice. I also agree with Doug. I kind of missed this sound a little bit. There's a lot of moments in the song that were kind of have that like pretty electronic sound that is not as popular nowadays. I think there was a moment, I don't know if it was like a bridge. There's some interesting structure here because there's a dance break that I thought came a little early that has that like more energetic electronic sound. And then there was another break that was more of a string. I think they feature some string sound in it, and it goes a little bit more delicate, I guess. Both parts I thought were great. I just questioned a little bit the positioning in the song, like how it was introduced within the song. Because I think for the second one that I'm talking about, the string instrumental version in the second part, I thought it was building up to like a bigger energy moment, but then it goes back to like a down vocal part, like a almost a cappella, very minimal, and then we go back to the chorus. I don't know. I thought it was a little weird, but overall, the sound was very familiar, and I liked it.
I feel like the first dance break was meant to be like a variation of the chorus, because like I saw it as like a rearranged version of the first chorus, and then the whole melodic part with the strings, I felt like that was the actual dance break. And that
Oh, really?
yeah, and that almost felt like I know Antenna members didn't really take part in the production of the song, but given what I know about what members of Antenna have done in the past, that felt like more of a touch in that aspect. I don't know, that seemed like an interesting touch there. And that's kind of where I actually appreciate the energy there. And it's the other parts that I have issue with. And I think the result is between you and me pretty similar. It's just we identified different issues with it. Because I felt like the chorus was a little lacking, to be honest. It felt like it was missing a little bit of energy. Felt like it was missing a little bit of impact. Is it because of Mijoo or is it because of the production? I can't really tell. But if you think about songs that did this kind of sound really, really well, and the best examples that come to my mind right now are IZ*ONE and Cosmic Girls and those people. They had really explosive choruses. You know what I mean? Like at a certain point, I was like complaining about how busy
I agree.
they were.
Yeah.
And like if you go listen to those and come back to this one, I feel like the chorus is missing that. It's missing a little something. It's missing a little bit of something. You know what I mean? It's like, and maybe it's because Mijoo's it's their first time doing a song alone, or maybe it's because the production didn't really back her up. I don't know. I felt like it was an overall situation where the chorus didn't really have the energy it should have compared to the rest of the song, and that's where it kind of fell apart a little bit in terms of the flow.
I'll agree with both of you on that. It's like for a song that's kind of upbeat, doesn't feel upbeat, you know? That's the best way I could say it. And I will also contend with Anita that the choreo near the end when she's dancing in front of the building, right? It's like it's not very high energy at all, to be completely honest, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like move the hand, you know? It's something like no, straight up.
Move the hand.
No, really. Like it's like I don't know. Maybe they were trying to really hit the TikTok challenge with this, but I don't think that was effective if that's what they were going for. That being said, we'll have to see with Mijoo if she can translate post Lovely's popularity into musical success, right?
Right.
That's what we're gonna have to see. Because I would say her individual popularity as an entity has never been higher, but can she translate that into success on a musical sense? That's really what we're gonna have to see.
I kind of have a question for you guys in that aspect, right? Like, I don't know how familiar you guys are with the rest of Antenna's music, like Peppertones or Ijina or Konjina or or Jungseungwan. Would you guys want more of their influence in Mijoo's future releases, or would you guys rather have her continue doing stuff like this, where it feels closer to standard textbook K-pop?
Oh, that's a tough question.
Yeah,
I feel like I am a little familiar with other stuff coming out of Antenna, like production wise, music wise. It is not this per se, right? It's not straight up pop dance stuff. I feel like my first reaction is to say no. I don't think there should be. It would feel a little forced just by thinking about it, because it just doesn't seem to be the persona she has right now as a variety person or as a musician, like with this song. So it would feel a little out of place. But I feel like, honestly, she has that resource, right? By being in the company, by being under the same production. So I feel like she could do a little bit like I don't know, a lot of people do B-sides that are not necessarily upbeat and like the norm of what their sound is. So I feel like she could dabble in it. I think that would be interesting. I can't really see it as a main release though.
Okay, so I looked up one of the main like producers of the song. He's worked on things like Violetta from IZ*ONE. So it completely makes sense. It makes complete sense.
Yep.
Yeah. Completely makes sense, the vibe they're going for. Yeah, we'll have to see with this one, because I looked up the sales numbers. Not too crazy. Not that great. It was like 3,000 in the first day. But this is not terrible, to be honest. We'll have to see, though. It seems I would like her, though, as a fan of Mijoo. So she did a song with Park Jin-joo, the actress, Juju Secret, right? It was more of like a city pop song. I like that. I thought that was a lot better than this one. So my main thing is I would like her to step out of the Lovelyz box further. Whether I don't know what that means or what that looks like, but I would like her to explore different genres than what I would expect from her.
That would be nice. That would be nice. Because at the end of the day, like she doesn't have to do straight ballads or like indie, but at the end of the day, the other people in her company, they're all known to be indie geniuses of some sort. Like so. I
thought there was a 50% chance we got like a troll song. Like
that's
not like
yeah.
I thought there was a good chance of that. Like I'm not saying like Norazo level, but like maybe like a Im Chanjung Munu Yoshio type thing. Open the door. I could have seen something like that come out randomly.
So like a trot where she has sushi on her head. And she's
I could have like or orange caramel esque.
Sure,
you know. I could have seen something like that. I think it'd be funny and it would fit with her current persona in the industry.
Okay, so she could
Plus, I think there would be a lot more rooms for very big cameos in that type of thing.
Oh, yes.
Because she's really associated with a bunch of entertainers at the moment. All right, let's move on to the next one. Another solo debut, Joohoney. I was number one really surprised that this was a solo debut. Yeah, but it is. He did a couple mixtape songs and things like that, but this is the actual solo debut. Monsta's Joohoney. He released Freedom. He is from Starship, and obviously everyone knows who he is. This song was crazy. What was going on?
Journey.
Right?
Oh, it was an adventure.
Okay, we had the Freedom section, which I thought it reminded me like I thought like Taeyang could do something like this.
Ooh.
Right?
I thought of Taeyang too. Something about the vocals.
The vocal quality. It sounded like Taeyang for a little bit.
I thought of like Christian church music.
Christian church music. Okay.
Like gospel. Anyways, yeah.
So that happened, and then we got like the weird blacklight, like whatever the trouble struggle era. All of a sudden came out.
I'm in the cage era.
And then we went back to more like the first thing, right?
Yeah.
And then the chorus got like R&B all of a sudden came in, right? Like this song, like it felt like to me, my overarching thought was that he tried to fit too much into one song. It felt to me like this was an album preview track where we're gonna preview all the songs on this album.
All the
in one shot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was I thought some of the individual components were very good and I liked them.
Yeah.
But I thought when we smash all of it together, I'm like, what is this song at the end?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a kind of an arrangement mistake here and there. Because I did like the individual sections too.
I was surprised at his singing the most.
Yeah, no. Honestly, I was most impressed by that part. Like the rap, whatever it happens. The singing though, daddy, oh my god, you know, like he's like flying away in the sky. I don't know. That was great. But then like there was basically a non-transition into the rap section, and here's the thing. I think Joohoney's a good rapper. It's just sometimes I don't think he has the best flows of all times. I felt like this was one of those situations because I mean I've definitely heard music from him where I feel like he's a good rapper, and like he still has talent. It's just sometimes I feel like he makes the wrong creative decisions. This one included, and because of that, the vocal sections stand out a lot, and it's like you know that really feels like that's he's trying to make that the backbone that carries a song forward between the rap section, the dance break, and all that. But also that dance break was very
okay. For a Crump dance break, was it not a little weak sauce? Am I crazy?
Yeah,
it didn't feel like it hit real hard, right, Anita? Like
no, I definitely agree that this. What I will say is that I have heard of him as a singer. He's done like covers of songs, and I'm not too surprised with the vocal skills. I'm glad that he showcased it because I was afraid that it would be more of what we already know of him. But I feel like in this track, he was trying to show like all the other facets, right, of him as an artist, and I thought that was cool. But I do agree. I think it was maybe too much all at once. For the dance break, I think I know he's a good performer, pretty good dancer. Crump section is featuring Prime Kings, which are very popular Crump dance crew. They were in Street Man Fighter. I think it felt a little forced, to be honest. Like the way that we went into the dance break was a little not jarring, but I just like, oh, I didn't think we were gonna see this. But I guess that was kind of like the general vibe of the song as well, where the beginning, I thought like, oh, I didn't expect this. And then we went into the rap and I didn't expect we are going to go into this. And then back and forth. And I don't know. I feel like things could have been balanced a little better.
It's like, it really feels like
work.
These days people are competing, K-pop artists, I feel like they're competing with each other for two things. One, how short can your song be? And two, how many different genres can you fit into your song without it falling apart? And unfortunately, I don't feel like this is like not falling apart.
Yeah. But the individual parts were really good. And I feel like there was a particular part towards was it end of the second chorus that goes back into the more like emotional vocal shots when he's like at a staircase or something. That melody and like that singing, I thought that was really, really nice. That was my favorite moment of the music video and of the song.
I thought the straight chorus was the straight chorus was good. The main chorus was great.
Yeah, the dance was really nice too. But yeah, the mixture of all these parts was a little overwhelming, at least in my opinion.
You know what I almost thought? Like the dance break hit, and I thought I was moving on to the ENHYPEN song, and I was like, oh, they're beginning with the dance break. What's going on? Because I was like listening to it on my playlist, and I was like, oh, okay, next song.
Here's the problem with the Crump section, right? I can quantify it, or at least try to explain it a little bit.
Okay,
because if you got to remember, for the viewers at home, if you don't know, I danced for like 15 years. Like I might not have done Crump, but I saw a lot of Crumpers in my lifetime. You know. The problem I have with the dance section is when you think of Crump, right? You think of a lot of downward, like pumping movements, right? Like boom, like you're hitting the table, right? He does a lot of the setups to the boom, right? To the bring the hands down, the hammer down. But he doesn't do many of the hammers down, you know?
Yeah.
Like he does a lot of the connectors, like he brings out the gun, which you see a lot, right? The arm gun. That happens a lot. Or he'll bring the hands up. And then sometimes he won't even do the like release the energy, you know? So a lot of Crump is you're setting up for the drop of it. But we only had a couple of the drops. Okay. And I think that's what's missing from
Do you want me to be very honest? Like that makes so much sense because I first heard you mention Crump and I was like, is this Crump? Like I don't.
It is.
I don't know. Yeah. See, that's the thing. I don't know dance genres too well. Where like unless it's really like on point, I don't know what it is. And I was like, okay, I guess it's just a street dance.
Like also, Crump, you're supposed to watch it and be like, damn, that guy's like throwing a ton of energy out there. Like, yeah, he's like going hard. But this one, it doesn't come off like that to me.
No. I typically when I see Crumpers, I get this like street snapback gorilla energy.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
But this one, it just feels like it's missing a lot of that, which I think is unfortunate. But they followed the Crump section up with like the best shot, the mirror suit. Dude, I love that shot. I thought that was amazing. When he's standing on the box with the mirrors and he's doing the scream of the high note and all the lights are bouncing off of him. I thought that was fantastic. Whoever thought about that, right? Like
he is the light into our future.
I had never seen that before. That was some new shit right there, right? Oh man, I thought that was great.
That,
I think it really gets you thinking about how you can make outfits and stage outfits that interact with the lighting scheme, which we haven't seen a ton of before.
No.
So I really enjoy that right there. Other than that, like I am convinced that Joohoney could be a successful solo artist. I just feel like we gotta rein in all the genres and to pick something more cohesive. I think that's the main issue here.
I agree.
But, yeah.
A song is roughly 3-4 minutes, 2 minutes 30 seconds apparently now these days. There's only so much you can do in that kind of short aspect while making a good song, and I feel like he went for like 3, 4, 5 different things, with like the singing and like the dance breaks and like you still gotta do rap because he's Joohon, and like if he had picked his battles, I feel like he would have won all of them. except he had his army separated. And then,
I do think though that the main K-pop component, the chorus, I think is really good, and there's a lot to build on there for sure. I really enjoyed what he did, and I was very impressed by the singing performance as well. So I'm excited to see what he does next because I've been waiting for this solo debut for a long time because I was like, this dude should definitely do a solo thing. All right, let's move on to the next song. ENHYPEN with Bite Me from B-Lift. The last songs were Future Perfect, Pass the Mic, Blessed Cursed, and Tame Dash. I have some issues with this song. I have issues.
Okay.
Number one, without the music video, with just the song itself, it's like 2:37 or something.
Yep.
It's really short. Number one.
Very, very short.
Number two, they forgot to add a bridge into this song. There's nothing like that.
Well, maybe they just didn't want to.
The song structure is interesting. Yeah.
And then the worst part, the anti-drop thing that they put it in there ruined all the flow to me. Like, come here and get some. Yeah.
Honestly, because of the song structure, I feel like that's meant to be the bridge, maybe, or like maybe that
the chorus. Dude, it ruins my immersion on this song. Dude, I was down until that point.
You left the IMAX theater at that moment.
I was like, okay, this song's good. I'm enjoying it. Come here and get some. What the F is going on, guys? That's literally what I said. I was like, what the F is this?
I'm not a fan of that part either. I didn't think it absolutely took me out of the song, but I do feel like it felt, I don't know, because I compare it to the second part of the chorus, right? And I don't know if this is a trend.
Second part's great.
Yeah, I feel like more and more I hear songs that are structured in a way where the chorus is kind of divided into two, where like one is very different than the other, and ultimately I end up liking one over the other in general. And for this one, I like the second half of the chorus a lot more, which is what you hear at the very beginning of the song. I think maybe because of that, I also had a feeling that it was a little repetitive at times. Like there wasn't a lot of variety.
There's not a lot of variation because they don't have a bridge in here, right?
But
it kind of feels like they copied and pasted the front half to the back half.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the sound overall, I thought was very. It reminded me, like if I had to compare it to something else that I've heard before, it sounded something like I would hear. Oh my god, I'm thinking on his name.
Johnny Depp?
No. Puth. Oh,
Charlie Puth.
Yes. I thought something along those lines, but not quite. I thought it felt like a take on that sort of sound. But that chanty first part of the chorus felt like we're going with the more intense vibe, and that was the method of bringing that energy. Interesting, I guess.
You know what I also got a lot of?
Yeah.
Like, and maybe maybe I have, like biased eyes because I know this is, what company it's coming from, but like, this is almost blending in with the recent TXT tracks with Good Boy Gone Bad and Sugar Rush Ride.
Oh.
Maybe it's because of the concepts. I don't know. Like it almost felt like this could have been a TXT track, especially given if you look at the last ENHYPEN track, this was very much not this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. But back to you.
Yeah. No, I kind of see that too. I feel like what I was gonna say is that so they've been kind of, well, not as much, but there's lore there, right? Like from the beginning.
Oh, for sure. They have so much lore.
They've built their lore. I kind of appreciated that for this song. It's visual-wise, it was more like implied. Like the vampire stuff was kind of implied. The lyrics are kind of more direct, but I guess it balances out in a way. So I think visually, I thought like, okay, I guess we're kind of finding a middle ground where like we're not being like super direct as far as like the vampire concept, but at the same time, I thought they could have done a little more because I think the visual aspect of the music video was a lot of like solo shots of the members.
Yes, Anita, speak.
Yeah, and I feel like solo shots of the members, a lot of choreo shots as well, which I think was nice. But there was I think there was only 2 sets, right? And there was very much only like front facing shots.
There's
so it didn't
like
feel super
there's like
interesting.
2 shots that I can remember. The 2 that are most prevalent. It's like theater shot, right? Atrium of a theater or something, and then ruins, right? Those were the two primary shots. And they got all these beautiful sets, but almost all of the shots that are in choreo is just like a random pan or them gazing right into the camera, you know? Like, I feel like they didn't utilize the sets all that well. And I even like the chanty, the oh my god part. I thought that was cool.
I kind of didn't.
You didn't like that?
No, I didn't like it either.
That was a part that I was like, oh wait, what? Am I hearing like choir like vocals?
I thought it gave it a real mysticism to the song, which kind of matched the ruins they were in. Like, we're out here doing some crazy shit,
Yeah,
you
I
know?
can see that.
Like, we're sacrificing someone tonight, homies, you know? Like, that's one of the... No, they have caskets, dude, and all of their lore is like this. There's a lot of death symbolism in their stuff, and undead, and things like that, right? Vampires, all this stuff. So I thought they were wearing these, like, these high fashion Baroque outfits that were covered in pearl. Number one, the outfits were ridiculous. The pearl outfits were the vests with the pearls were crazy. And I thought, yeah, we're going to get real pagan tonight, you know? We're going to burn something. We're going to kill something, you know? That's what I was getting. And then I was like, the chanting kind of makes sense. There's a red moon. And then all of a sudden they do the sing rap part. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what happened? You know, that's how I felt.
I mean, yeah, I think that part was the one that I thought maybe could have been managed a little differently. I don't know, or I wouldn't have made it so important, I guess, in the song, which is like the first part of the chorus. But overall, I thought vocals were really good.
Vocals are always great.
Specifically Heesung. Can I shout out Heesung? I thought he did really well in his delivery of some of his lines, and I thought like, oh, he's adding like a little. Like the way he ended some of his phrases was really cool, and I thought like, oh, that kind of makes him stand out a lot from the other members, because I mean their vocals don't sound the same, but I think you kind of get a sense of like blending together sometimes. But I thought his delivery was really cool in this one.
He sung in second half of chorus is really good. I enjoyed all the times he sang in the second half of the chorus. ENHYPEN's a weird group to evaluate, in my opinion. Like,
really?
Why so?
Okay. The way I'll put it is, ENHYPEN sells very well. Like this one, they sold 1 million already, right? So they sell extremely well. But it feels like the public just doesn't grasp ENHYPEN, period. You know? Like, even so, ENHYPEN is forever going to be compared to TXT because they're both from the big Hype umbrella, right? And they're both around the same age. Similarly, within like year or two of debut from each other, so they're gonna be compared. I feel like the difference between the two groups is they both have crazy concepting going on at times, right? They throw in lore, they do interesting songs, but I feel like the main difference is for some reason TXT. Maybe it's because they've been given the moniker of the BTS's little bros or something, but it just feels like TXT is more palatable to the general public than ENHYPEN is.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that is, but it's the facts.
I mean, I don't think I could show my mom about 17-year-olds acting as if they're vampires and saying "swallow me." You know what?
Hey, yo, okay.
That's the literal lyrics. I'm not sure if it's very age appropriate, to be honest. Like,
I know.
Oh,
to be quite
that was a
frank.
complaint I saw in a couple Reddit threads. People were saying like these lyrics are like acting a fool.
Dude, I don't know. I was like very uncomfortable with this track, to be honest. Like, I was like,
I
isn't
could
Nicki
see
like
that too.
Isn't Nicki like 17 or 16 or some shit? I was like,
He's very
The
young.
sexualization of Nicki has been a humongous debate since their debut, essentially.
And I felt the same way about Sugar Rush Ride. I just didn't mention on the show because it was right after everybody became adults, and I'm like, all right, fine, whatever.
I remember the conversation though. I
Did
think
we?
we had a small comment afterwards. Yeah.
But like, it wasn't gonna change. It was like I was starting to look past it. This one, I'm like, okay, this is a 17-year-old kid saying "swallow me." That's just kind of screwed up. You know what I mean? But But even besides all that, like the concepting of vampires and this death thing and whatnot, I just don't think it's something that's gonna ever be general public friendly. To be honest with you.
Fair. If Twilight was still popular, ENHYPEN would be the number one group.
Okay. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Let's go back to 2005 or 6 or 7. What was it?
I don't remember.
Something like that.
I was in middle school.
Dude,
I think.
all I remember was I came back to America from Korea, and then suddenly everyone was obsessing over, are you vampire or werewolf?
I read the books. At least the
Me
first
too.
two.
I read the whole thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
I read it because everyone was just talking about it, so I feel like, I should be informed so I can make a conversation about this. So I read it.
It's like me.
It's right there. I can see them right there on my bookshelf. It's right there. Yeah, ENHYPEN's an interesting group to evaluate. I think that we've watched these kids since Island. They're very good, right? I think the particularly the vocals are very strong in this group. This song though, I think it just suffers from making some weird creative decisions. And to a fact, on the Reddit post on r/Kpop for the song, the second comment is about how that sing talk section's bad.
I mean,
you know how normally on Reddit posts for K-pop groups, the first 30 responses about how I love this group, they're so great, wow, regardless of song quality, right?
Right, optimism.
This song, I think in the top 10 comments, about 4 of them are talking about how that sing rap part's weird.
Well, I mean, wasn't the other half about how short the song is? 2 minute 30 something.
Yeah, that was another 20% of those comments. Yeah,
that's very odd. It just fades out.
You know what it is? I feel like this song suffers from poor organization, and part of the reason is because they had to make the song so short. That whole talk rappy thing, I feel like in a typical K-pop song, that would be the second half of a chorus, not the first half of it, or not.
Yeah, no, for sure, it would have been the second thing because you built up all this energy. Why would you just kill it, right?
Right. It would be the build off of an energy, but instead they decided not to do that and kick off at that for some reason. And because the transitions basically don't exist anywhere, it feels pretty random, feels like it came out of nowhere. And here's the thing. Pop songs are always welcome to have experimental or try new things. We'll talk about this in a minute, but I understand the business reason to make songs shorter. So we gotta take out intros, you gotta take out outros, whatever. But you gotta do it in a way that makes sense. Cause if you look at the whole song, it really just feels like chorus, hook, bridge, all of that aside, it really feels like energy doesn't go anywhere. Just feels like we're in the same thought over and over again. And the interesting parts are the verses or the singing, the melodic chorus, because that part is just written really well. It's just a really interesting part. And it feels like watching Chelsea play soccer, because all the individual players, some of the individual players do a good job. They don't do a good job as a team is the issue. I don't know if that analogy made sense.
It makes sense to me, because I know what's going on with the team, but I don't know if it does to everyone else.
Okay.
I'll do a last pivot here. Okay. Final song. This one was kind of added last minute. They're kind of pulling a New Jeans here, where they're just gonna release music videos randomly for all of the songs on this this debut. So it's Boy Next Door. I'm surprised that there's no S. It's not Boys Next Door. It's Boy Next Door. Number one.
One boy. Singular.
Yeah, Boy Next Door. Number 2, company KOZ. It's Zico's company, King of the Jungle, right? Literally. So this is Zico's first foray into being the executive of a group, essentially, right? He's running the group, but he did not work on the production of this specific song. I don't know if that's going to be true about the actual the title track, because they're debuting in 8 days or something like that. But he did not do the production of this specific song.
So in terms of this comeback, it's a 3-track EP, all of which are title tracks. Zico has worked on the title track called One and Only, which I don't know when that's going to drop. So we'll just have to wait and see. Maybe it'll be tomorrow.
All right, so let me give you some background information. Boy Next Door is an upcoming 6-member group under KOZ Entertainment. They are set to make their debut on May 30th with their single album Who. So the name Boy Next Door means that they will approach casually and comfortably, just like the meaning of Boys Next Door. The group would like to express everyday stories that their peers can relate to in honest music to build consensus with listeners. So there's 6 members: Sunho, Ryu, Jaehyun, Taesan, Ihan, and Yoonhak. Unhak. That's a weird name. Unhak.
Okay.
This was a fun song, right?
Oh yeah.
Did not expect the sound. Yeah.
The main thing I got from this song was that the girl in this music video is the Riz master. You know, she was
As
rizzing
is
up
the case
6
most of the
teenage
time.
boys. You know, she's in the Instagram and Discord DMs with these boys, just playing them along like a fiddle, dude.
Dude, maybe
She's
they
the
live
Riz master.
Maybe they live in San Francisco and the gender gap ratio is all kind of screwed up.
Yeah, dude. But this like I thought the concept was hilarious, to be honest.
Oh.
Overall though, song is very fun. It completely fits a group like this. I know that this music video is 2 minutes and 29 seconds, so it's not really like a full-length song, but it sort of is at the same time. But what we got, I thought was fantastic. I completely understand what they're going for with this group. It made sense to me. It felt very relatable. It didn't try to do anything too crazy. All of the parts made sense to me. The choreo made sense. All age appropriate. I don't know. I thought it was great. I thought the packaging was nice with a bow on top.
Oh, complete little
Ooh.
gift package. Lovely little bow. I agree, 100%. Feels like it's almost just like indie rockish kind of aesthetic, kind of a song. It's very playful, very
yeah.
upbeat. We're doing everything that ENHYPEN didn't do. Like the concept is based on realism. The transitions makes. Here's the thing. The song's very short, 2 minutes 30 seconds, whatever, something like that. But it works because, for instance, this song also doesn't have a bridge. Why? Doesn't need a bridge because the energy and pacing and transition, all of that's like built into the verse. Like it's the verse bridges into the chorus pretty well without needing a whole 8-bar section for it. And that's where they cut down on the runtime. They make it, very, very short because obviously business reasons. And I feel like that's what companies should be doing. They should try to make decisions that make sense instead of just butchering out the intro because that's what everyone wants to do. So overall, nothing but compliments, really, which is, I don't know, very rare for us nowadays. Yeah? Huh?
Yeah, there was nothing I really disliked about this one.
This was great. It was
Well-
so much fun.
Anita
Oh
didn't
my
like something.
god, Anita!
What didn't
Okay.
you like?
I feel like so I definitely agree. I like the general sound. I was not expecting it to be more of a band like rock inspired sound, and they also included a lot of choreo in it. So I'm guessing we'll see some live stages for it. It'd be interesting to see how it works out. And it definitely age appropriate. I think it fits with their concept, their image, the members themselves. I think the only part that I thought like, I don't know if this element completely goes with everything that's being built. It was the delivery of the vocals. I thought in certain parts, a lot of it was a little shouty. I don't know. It's not like shouting, but it sounds like it's not. How should I say? It's not necessarily like gentle. I don't know how to describe it. I just felt like it was a little too aggressive for the instrumental that they had in the background, like at the song itself. I thought that they could have done it a little bit less. Maybe like really go on for that sound in the chorus because that's the kind of like the hype part, the more energetic part. But for even from the beginning, I felt like, oh, this sounds a little too loud. I don't know. And because of the delivery, I think I kind of had a harder time distinguishing members' individual voices, like their color. And that might be because also this is their debut.
No, they
I'm
are a
not too
hive
familiar.
mind group, Anita. There's boy next door. These 6
One
dudes
boy.
are one boy.
Yes, no, I feel like the delivery of it though kind of adds to the, at least for me, the difficulty in distinguishing each member vocally. Maybe this will change a little bit in the future with the other tracks as they come out. But I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan as like how the vocals were.
I think it was a calculated decision
Same.
because I feel like the aesthetic that they're going for in this song, I think a couple things. Number one, I thought the delivery of some of the lines was very similar to how Zico sings some of his lines.
I agree.
Same.
I agree.
Number two, I thought when you looked at the chorus that happens at 45 seconds in, I was getting a very, I don't know how to describe this, but like a West Coast surfer rock vibe. even with the movements they were doing there. Some of the movements even look like they're sort of surfing a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And I think that the vocal style that they were hitting kind of matched that aesthetic.
Okay. Maybe I'm just not into that aesthetic yet, but we'll see.
It felt very genre appropriate, and it also reminded me, for better or for worse, this song reminds me a lot of New Jeans. I'm getting a lot of visual parallels, concept parallels. It sounds very different, right? It's not, I mean, I guess this leans easy listening, but it's not the kind of sound that Hype Boy did, right? It reminds me of New Jeans a lot, in one hand, because everybody sings in a similar fashion. If you look to New Jeans, they do all sing in similar fashions. Back when we did Attention or Hype Boy, I couldn't tell anybody apart. I couldn't. I could tell Danielle apart because clearly she was like half not Asian, and that was, that's about it.
I mean, vocally though.
Vocally, no, they were girl next door, single person next door, for all I could tell. And I'm gonna guess because because they're coming from a single background, and maybe Zico did the guiding vocals or something. I don't know. That's where that's coming from, and maybe
sometimes that happens. Yeah.
Right. If you think about it's not gonna happen anymore. But if you think about aespa and like a lot of the NCT songs where everybody sounds like a reincarnation of Yoo Young-jin almost. It kind of makes sense. Yeah. So I feel like I'm drawing one parallel there. I'm also drawing a bit of a parallel between how it's almost ironic how their label mate ENHYPEN is doing this ultra fantasy kind of concept, while on the other hand BOYNEXTDOOR is doing this ultra realism kind of concept.
They're doing like a realism. I really like. I'm gonna hammer home that I really feel like they were doing like surfer punk a little bit. They were trying to hit some of that.
More, yeah.
Like, I'm not saying they're going like Black Flag Dead Kennedys that far, right? But I'm not saying they went anywhere near there. But those type of groups scream most of the lyrics, to be completely honest, right?
Yeah.
And I think that adds to the sort of West Coast punk vibe aesthetic. Now, obviously, this is. They're not punky at all. These kids, they're more preppy.
It's more general public friendly.
They're more preppy, if anything.
Yeah.
But I feel like the song was trying to get like a little bit of a surfer vibe going on because they filmed this in North Hollywood, as it is. So I think particularly that first chorus really hits those type of vibes, and I think that's what they were going for. I think they did it really well. I liked what they were doing here.
Same.
I'm very excited for this group. Will it end up being male New Jeans? It might. Like they literally said in the press releases that they're going for a casual, uncomfortable group. Like that people can relate with.
We'll see.
They're really going for that relatability meta. They're really trying to hit that specifically.
Yeah.
Like that's in their mission statement, more or less. That's what they're going for. And then we got this Rizmaster girl in this the music video. Someone said she's like an Instagram model, the girl. Like she's pretty famous on Instagram. I read somewhere. I'm not completely sure though. Someone said that as well. But yeah, I'm very excited about this group now.
Remember how last week at the State of the Nation conversation, Doug was like, oh, like maybe we need a next big boy group to kind of like switch the generation a little bit with the boy groups.
Oh, the big companies need to.
Hey, this is a big company debut. It is.
Maybe that. I don't know. Just putting that out there.
We'll have to see though. But
I'm seeing it.
I'm trusting what Zico's doing here, and I want to see what they're gonna do next. I'm very excited for the other two songs.
Zico. Sorry.
The other releases this week, very released crazy like that. Unite released Waterfall. ATBO released Next to Me, and N.Flying released the 5th anniversary song Blue Moon. Okay. I think the Spice King's kind of all over the place at the moment. So last week on 236, aespa Spicy picked up its first crown. Le Sserafim Unforgiven was in second place, but I believe they also have one crown. I'm pretty sure they do. And then G-Idol Allergy was in third place. Let me just confirm this Le Sserafim thing real quick to make sure.
I think you're right.
Am I right though? Yes, they tied on 234 with 17. Yep, so they both have one crown. All right, new candidates this week are Mijoo's Movie Star, Joohoney's Freedom, ENHYPEN Bite Me, Boys Next Door, But I Like You. I got Boys Next Door in first place.
Whoa.
I think it's by far the best song we listened to this week. Second place, I'm gonna put aespa in second. I've completely fallen off of the Le Sserafim song, so I'm not gonna put it in third.
What's in third?
I'm gonna think about the other 3 songs this week: Mijoo,
Right.
Joohoney, and ENHYPEN. Which one did I like the most in terms of the song itself? I'm gonna give Joohoney third place this week. Yeah. So that is my chart.
All right. I'm gonna start with third place, I guess. I was debating between two people, and unfortunately, runner up was ENHYPEN. I don't know. I wasn't too far off from their chorus, the first part, but it I don't know. It was something, just not something I really like. Shout out to their B-side though, Bills. That was a really chill, vibey song. So check that one out if you weren't a huge fan of Bite Me, maybe you'll like Bills.
Wait,
but in third place,
can I amend my chart real quick?
Oh,
sure.
I forgot about this G-Idol song. That's in third. I don't know what I was thinking. G-Idol's
which
in third.
one?
Which one?
Allergy.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So we have Boy Next Door first place for Doug, second place aespa,
aespa. First place, Boy Next Door.
third place.
Third place, G-Idol.
Yeah, I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
Anita,
Okay.
I knew you were getting to your third place.
Yeah, my real third place is actually Mijoo, movie star.
Whoa. Okay.
I don't know. I really liked a lot of the stuff that was going on, the sound that she kind of brought back. I kind of miss it. It's not perfect, not a perfect iteration of it, but I appreciate the callback to it. And I don't know. I thought it was really cool. I liked a lot of the details in the choreography, the movie set storyline that they had going on was cool. So it's in third. Second place, I have Boy Next Door.
Let's go.
I think overall it's really interesting how we're doing things now. Maybe it is a shift in concepts for boy groups, but I don't know. I'm very intrigued, and I feel like I almost forgot that this was not the title track because this feels, or not the only title track, I should say. So I'm very curious to see what the other two sound like. If it's going to be more of this, or if it's going to show a different sound from them. Very exciting. First place, I have G-Idol's Allergy. It's been really nice. I like as well their concepting of the Y2K concept, the aesthetic, the commitment to it was really cool. Yes, first place, G-Idol.
First place for Anita, second place for me. Oh, sorry, third.
Okay.
No, third place.
Third.
Sorry.
Allergy third.
Allergy third.
Okay,
Good song. Just like Doug, third place. I liked it. I in fact, it kind of grew on me over the week. After we talked about it last week. I'm finding myself, I listen to a lot more than Queen Card, to be honest. I did try to keep that in my playlist and see where it goes, but leaning towards this a little more, especially because I feel like the song flows a little better. That's obviously something I enjoy in music. So there you go.
Boob and booty's hot. Sorry.
Yup. Dude, every group chat I'm in that listen to K-pop to some degree have been like
saying that all the time.
Twerking in the runway.
Yeah, dude. I'm a queen card. All
right, I like that song. Anyways, second place, I have Spicy by aespa, just like Doug.
Yay.
Good song. I like it. I don't know, Doug, do you want to go see them in Brooklyn when they come in August? I don't know, we'll see.
Okay, I had to be okay. I was confused as to what venue because it said Brooklyn. It's Barclays Center. They got Barclays Center, dude.
Okay.
That's gonna be okay. There's gonna be at least 10,000 people at that. Isn't that crazy?
Can they fill up 10,000?
Well, they're gonna try.
Okay.
I think they can do it.
I think they could do it too.
honestly, if they can't, I'm not complaining because tickets will be cheap. But anyways, I like Spicy. I've been actually listening to their album too. It's pretty cool. Whatever they have in store for us with this SMCU Part 2 thing, go for it. I'm down. Which leaves me with Boy Next Door on first place, just like Doug. He and I have same charts today.
You guys are friends today.
We are good friends today, as we have always been. I don't know. This is probably the most memorable boy group debut in like
a hot minute.
In years of doing this podcast. I mean, years.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm thinking about all the ones we've done. You know, I mean, obviously I'm not gonna remember all of them off the top of my head, but it's very catchy. It's staying true and sound to the core concepts of core ideas of making a good song. It's playful. There's a lot of good energy. And at the end of everything, if I look at the music video, I don't know who anybody is, but they seem like they're having fun. And I'm like, I want to have fun too.
Exactly.
I want to have fun.
Gochu Gang, first place. La Seraphim, Unforgiven, 32 points.
All right.
Second place, Espa Spicy, 28.
There we
Third
go.
place, Boy Next Door, 12. So big drop off there. And Warren was saying there's a direct correlation between our amount of voters and how many girl group or boy group songs there are up for debate this week.
Heavily skewed.
So this was not a high vote turnout, right? This week.
No. Typically, when there's like lots of girl groups, we'll see a lot of voters. If it's a lot of boy groups, I get it. I mean, nobody's really interested in Boys Next Door yet. But you know,
they better be.
Yo, open your eyes, open your ears.
All right, as a result, the chart this week. In third place, G-Idol Allergy with 7 points. Second place, Espa Spicy with 9. And in first place, Boy Next Door with But I Like You with 14. Boom.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, finally, we're at show winners. Anita, hit us with them.
Yes. Talking about Espa, they won with Spicy on M Countdown, Music Bang, Show Music Core, and Inkigayo. 4 total wins so far with that one. Congrats to them. And then One Us also won on the show with Erase Me, their first win for that one.
Okay, that ends part 1. SojuTalk episode 237. We'll be back after a short break. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, SojuTalk Nation. This is Anita here with a quick PSA. If you would like to support SojuTalk Kpop Podcast, please like, subscribe, or follow us on whatever platform you're using. And consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/SojuTalk or donating to us at paypal.me/SojuTalk. On behalf of the crew and myself, thank you. Now back to our regularly scheduled episode.
All right, we are back at it with part 2 of SojuTalk episode 237, where we're going to cover some news and events from the past week. All right, first one. Part of the Queendom puzzle lineup has been officially revealed. So the people that were revealed were Jihan and Soeun from Weekly, Jiwon, Bora, and Chedin from Cherry Bullet, Nana and Wooyeon from Wooa, Ju from Triple S. There's a Triple S on here.
Triple S.
Rina from High Key, Yoram from Ujusonyo, Yuki from Purple Kiss, Yen from CLC, Sanga from Lightsum.
Oh my. Okay.
So they released like 2 music videos or performance videos, and it's like a mix of these kids and those 2. You can look them up online. We got some decently popular kids in this mix, right? Like Yen from CLC is popular. Yoram. Ujusonyo is just popular. Yoram's popular. Nana from Wua is very popular for people who like more Nugu girl groups, right? She's like the Nugu queen at the moment that people like. Obviously, Jiwon and Bora were on Girls Planet, so people know who they are.
Oh, yeah.
And then Jihan from Weekly, who everyone consider either Jihan or Monday the center of Weekly, so she's on this show as well. Interesting. More names on May 25th. So this is one batch. Let's see how many are here. 1, 2, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this is 13 of the kids. There's going to be a total of 28 is what is being
It's a
reported.
lot.
And if you remember a couple weeks ago, we got some more kids that were confirmed, but they were not in these performance videos. They think a mixture of these kids are going to be in the next week's ones. So we have Shiroma Mijoo from NMB48, Julie from Momoland, K Lovelies, Chanmi from AOA. She's going by her real name now, her government name. We saw from High Key, Haein from Laboom, and Chaeyeon the soloist. But Haein and Chaeyeon left the show after the first recording. So they're not adding more kids onto the show, though.
Okay.
People, I don't know what happened to Haein, but people are thinking for Chaeyeon, WM is going to try to ride Chaeyeon's current popularity with Knock, and they would rather her be free and not tied up to the show, which kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
I feel that way about a lot of the people in this list right now. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Like,
is it absolutely necessary?
yeah. Like this
Isn't it
current
too soon?
list we're looking at right now. Okay, fine. But if you go to the other list that was recently revealed, right?
Yeah.
For instance, is it a good idea to have like Joohoney Triple S on here when she is like one of the
Yeah.
most famous members of that entire 30-40 member thing?
I don't know, dude, but they did.
That was the most upbeat. I don't know, dude. To like a very.
So if you combine
okay.
these two lists, it's 20 kids. So there's still 8 kids we don't know about
My God.
because it's been confirmed that there's 28 of them.
Oh boy.
Hey,
Okay.
regardless, we got Taeyeon as the MC. We're gonna be watching this at least the first couple of
I
episodes.
need to see how
right?
this plays out. Yeah.
because you know, Queendom and Kingdom never do a straight popularity. Popularity is a part of the score, right? But then
Yeah.
there's other components of the show. So it's quote unquote more fair on paper, but I don't know if you believe that. But that being said, like if we're going straight popularity contest, some of the kids I named before probably have a good shot of winning, right? I would assume. Yeah.
We'll have to see what happens. When does the show air? 28th? Is it something like that?
I don't know. Something like that. Sometime. Is it? No, it's not the 28th.
It
I think it's in
airs
June. It's in June.
June 13th. Never mind.
June 13th.
I
yeah,
have
yeah.
to wait 3 weeks for this goddamn thing.
Oh, the video started looping. Yeah, you gotta wait a little bit though.
Oh
But,
my god.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Next one. I don't know if you heard about this. There was a big oof. A female military nurse broke rules and makes an unauthorized visit to vaccinate BTS's Jin. So if I am to explain this situation, right? Number one, this girl's like really in trouble, right?
Oh no.
There was a military nurse, right, who went AWOL or absent without leave from her post in this one area, and she drove 30 minutes away to another military base because she's friends with the doctor at that one. So she wanted to be the person to administer a vaccine to BTS's Jin. So basically, the doctor at the base that Jin was at told his or her friend, who's a nurse at the other base, yo, Jin is one of my patients, right? So this person from the first military base just left without saying anything to go be the one to be able to vaccinate Jin. And they're so stupid. She did it, and then she bragged about it after she got back.
Okay. I'm
Not the smartest.
So she's up
decision
to imprisonment for 1 year. But people were saying obviously the main concern is they gave a vaccine to him, which I'm pretty sure everyone was getting anyway. It's for hemorrhagic fever or something, like some kind of fever vaccine, right? It's like a legal vaccine. But people are saying like, what if she had malicious intent? You know, what if she was a crazy person? Yeah. Would we have like a super glue in the soda part 2? Something like that.
Not a fan, but a hater.
Yeah, so people were very concerned about that. But like, yeah, this person's really in trouble about this. And apparently there's a bigger investigation because the doctor, like there was like unauthorized distribution of Tylenol in one of the centers too, and they think they're related to that. Like they were just like dealing the drugs or
What's going
something
on in that office?
Yeah.
Well, the public's eyes are on. Please.
Oh yeah, everyone's like freaking out about this. Obviously,
please.
This is super illegal. What they did here.
Don't do this.
Yeah, dude, going AWOL in the military is a humongous big deal. That they can't account for you.
So scary too, I guess.
It's a humongous idiot move, but
and then she bragged about it.
And
she came back. She was like, "LOL, Jin was in so much pain when I vaccinated him. He was so cute." Like that's basically what she was doing.
What?
Yeah. Don't do that.
Please
Okay.
don't. Yeah.
Next thing, Mama this year is going to be held at the Tokyo Dome, November 28th to 29th.
Ooh.
If you don't know, Tokyo Dome is the premier, biggest, like the most prestigious venue in Japan.
Huge.
It's
huge
humongous.
stadium.
They hold like I know New Japan Pro Wrestling, so I don't know. I make all these wrestling references because I know a lot. But they hold Wrestle Kingdom there. And I know that like AKB does the massive concert. If you're a big name and you do a dome concert, that means you're balling. You know, like Big
made
Bang, Kara would do dome concerts and things like that. So this is a humongous venue. So should be a very big mama, is what people are guessing.
It's a very iconic stadium in all of Asia, so it's crazy.
So next one. So you remember how Madhouse applied for the trademark for some of the Luna stuff, some of the subunits like Odd Eye Circle? They now apply for the trademark of YY by Y, which is one of the other subunits. But this is the subunit that has like Gowon, Chu, Eves, and one other person who I'm forgetting off the top of my head in it. But none of those are technically connected to Madhouse, so people are like, what does this all mean?
Maybe they are gonna be collaborating though.
Is Vivi the other member of this?
The members are Yves, Gowon, and Olivia Hye, and Chu.
Oh, Olivia Hayes in this. Yeah, okay, yeah. So people are just like, eh?
Maybe.
Maybe?
Maybe?
So that's what we're gonna have to see. Additionally, some Western artist was having a concert in Korea, and then Luna Chu was randomly there singing with them.
Oh,
So that also happened this week.
like as a guest or
As a guest, she just came on and started singing. People are like, what the F, Chu's here? So that happened this week as well.
Okay.
Next one. SM Entertainment confirmed that Wendy is going to feature on Taeyong's album Mood Move Mode, which is set as he is set to make his solo debut on June 5th with Shalala.
Oh, I'm excited.
Shalala?
Shalala.
Shalala.
That is happening.
Boom
I saw a
shalalala.
teaser. It looks cool.
Oh, I forgot to make a point about Boy Next Door. I don't know. Like this, Shalala reminded me of Shangri-La, which was one of the Pentagon songs, I believe, or something like that, right? I could be wrong, but
Yes.
I wanted to say that Boy Next Door reminded me a bit of like if Zico, B1A4, and Pentagon had a love child. It would kind of be that. But I forgot to mention
I can
that.
see that. Yeah.
Right? It kind of feels like
I
that.
can see it. Yeah.
All right, next one. Newest Ren solo debut next month in June.
Oh, interesting.
He's been doing very well on the musical scene, from what I've been seeing.
Musicals, okay.
Okay.
Next one is that Espator Sync Hyperline. August 13th, Los Angeles, 18th, Dallas, August 22nd, Miami, 25th, Atlanta, 27th, Washington, 30th, Chicago, September, we got Boston, Brooklyn, Mexico City, Sao Paulo, Santiago, Berlin, London, Paris. They're also making an appearance at, what's one of the big festivals in New York City? That's Governor's Ball,
Yeah,
maybe?
golf ball.
Something
Yeah,
like
they're
that?
doing golf ball.
Yeah, they're doing that as well. So they are going to be doing a lot of Western stuff. Should be very exciting.
Oh.
From what I can see, the venues are pretty big for all of this.
Aren't they also in the other festival in the West as well?
I might be.
There was another festival there.
South-
Let me look. Let me look at
Southwest?
Ticketmaster
No.
real quick to see their venues. 'Cause that's where people.
It's one of the festivals in the West. It's not an EDM festival. Shoot.
Oh.
Outside Lands. They're there as well. So actively
So let's
in America.
see. Let me see if I know some of these venues. MGM Music Hall at Fenway, but Barclays I know is a massive venue. So Crypto Arena in Los Angeles. That's where that's a basketball arena there. So they are doing these big things. Exciting for Espa if you're an Espa fan. Finally, Elast, which is a more smaller boy group, their New York concert was canceled. The agency is going to take legal action against the tour organizer. So
Oh, no.
basically, there's a tour organization company called MC Entertainment, right? They've been having like humongous problems with this tour in general.
Okay.
Some of the concerts they start over 3 hours late, right?
What?
And it ended in less than 2 hours. And then fans who paid for merchandise that they had already prepaid, they didn't get them. The meet and greet high touch events were canceled. And then some of the staff from this MC Entertainment were like laughing at the fans as they were complaining.
What?
Wait, laughing?
Yeah, they were like making fun of them.
Oh my goodness.
What the heck
Oh my
happened
goodness.
here?
Yeah, so and they canceled other parts of this tour. The big thing here. Obviously, this sucks for Elias. They wanted to have a good tour. Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
I think right now, or the thing I'm observing, is that there are these tour companies. The only one I'm going to name is MC Entertainment because it's in this article. But there are other smaller tour companies in the United States that the smaller companies, K-pop companies, have to use, because if you're like a aespa or you're like a HYBE, you do this in house, right? You could do this in house. But if you're a smaller company, like sort of like these Elast or other things like that, the way I'll describe it is that they don't have many options, right?
No.
So they have to go with these random companies. Like this MC Entertainment is a local promotion company based in Puerto Rico. So they're responsible for the North American tour. But they're doing like a shit job of organizing these tours. And they're not the first group that has had this problem with these type of companies.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, right? This kind of reminds me of Korea in the 80s, per se, or the 70s, before it was, the Korea we know today. And I say that because back then when people tried to immigrate to America or like a different country, you couldn't do it alone. You couldn't just go get a visa. There was a lot of legal hoops you had to go through, way more than there is right now, because Korea wasn't as developed as it is right now. And in order to go through that, you had to get the help of like an immigration consulting help service company, right?
Sponsor, maybe?
Right. And sometimes they'd be well-meaning people. Sometimes they would pull an MC Entertainment on you. It's not the best thing to do. People are
there's one company that I've seen that's been doing a really good job though. I'm gonna give accolades. There's a company called Leo Presents, right? They've been booking big venues. They have ton of merch. It's all cheap, and apparently the concerts are running almost flawlessly.
Wow.
So if you want to look up an example of it, if you look up Leo Presents and Try B is one of the tours they're doing soon.
Oh, yeah,
I saw the merch list that they had. It's all cheap. The merch looks fantastic. And like, if I was a Try B fan, I'd be like, oh crap, this tour looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun, you know? That being said, it's like it's a mixed bag, and it's like I feel bad because these new smaller companies are paying all this money to these promoters and stuff like that to get them to have these shows, and then they're getting like terrible stuff back, right, from their investment.
Yeah.
So they're like losing money hand over fist by doing that. Yeah, so if you are a fan of a smaller group, you need to be wary of the company that they are doing the tour with. Is the best way I would say it. Yeah, so I'm gonna show Warren and Anita a picture of the merch they got going on. The t-shirts are just like $20, which for a tour shirt is hella cheap. You know, all this merch is looking great. They have light sticks for $25.
Oh,
you know,
wow.
tote bag for $10.
Nice.
You don't see these prices at most concerts. You know,
No.
so. They're doing a great job. So if you want to go to a group, we would recommend going to a Leo Presents stop of a tour.
Man, I was literally in Head in the Clouds yesterday, and I saw t-shirts on for $70-$80. So this is,
exactly.
Oh my god.
sounding like a good deal. Although
Like that tie-dye t-shirt on the bottom left that I'm showing you looks kind of fire. You know, $20 for that. If you go to, like, as Warren's saying, Head in the Clouds, $80 you might have to pay for a t-shirt.
yeah.
Yeah, so I feel bad, but I don't know if there's a lot of other solutions for them. We just need ethical companies to manage these tours.
Please. Yeah.
more.
Good luck
All
to all
right,
the smaller companies.
Yeah, good luck, because you're wading through a minefield,
Yeah,
honestly.
it's not easy.
All right, next week though, Kim Do-ah is making a solo debut. Y'all remember her? Hard, Dreamcatcher, Secret Number, AB6 CIX. I think AB6 CIX are literally on the same day.
Oh.
I kind of tie those groups at the hip in my mind, because they both have a lot of one-on-one dudes in them.
Yeah.
Dreamcatcher though, one of the Discord's favorite groups, so I'm sure they're very happy about this. Card, a lot of people have Card in our Discord as well. And then Do-ah, what group was she in? But I believe the group failed, the one that she was in. Entertainment Fanatics.
Yes. Yeah.
And they ended. Is it still going on? I don't remember.
They're still together technically.
But it hasn't been doing too well from what I can tell. But those are the songs for next week. What are we doing at the end of the show, Warren?
We are doing something fancy today. We're gonna be doing a Blackpink title track World Cup turns out now that Flower is out, we finally have 16 title tracks to look at. So,
oh crap,
we're doing a World Cup with all their title tracks. We're gonna pick the best one. So, if you're a Blink or if you like Blackpink's music and want to stick around for what we have to say about their entire discography.
Oh, rip! I ended my stream too quick. Keep going.
The show's still going. Come join us for that one, and you'll be having a good time.
Okay. We'll be back after a short break. 3, 2, 1.
Special shoutouts to our Fiesta patrons: Bagel, Based, Mina, Brian, Shadow, Delmonic, Ellie, Irvtron, Flacco Louie, Genki Boy, Ogumama, Honey Pools, Jacob, Williams Games and Toys, Luke Daniels, and J Parks. Tier. Thank you for joining SojuTalk, the weekly shot of K-pop. And special thanks to our Discord server mods: Jacob, K Music Erday, Koala, Max, No Bias Luna, Tuggles, and Wolf297.
All right, we're in the After Hours State of the Nation. We're gonna be doing a Blackpink title track World Cup. So you're considering like the solo tracks as title tracks, right?
Yep. So
Okay.
here's what's included: all the title tracks, all the solo title tracks. That's 4 of them. I've also included lead singles such as like Ice Cream or like
Okay.
Kill This Love or stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna go through all 16 World Cup style, tournament style, pick the top one. Let's start with round 1, kicking off with Solo by Jennie versus Boombayah.
No.
Oh no!
This is
Not
hard.
good.
Yo,
What the f?
I actually like
This
these.
is not good.
Okay.
Okay, no, I have to choose one.
I
to
made
save
up my mind.
one.
Yeah.
It's me too.
Okay.
You guys say it. You guys say
All
your
right. 1,
Boombayah.
2, 3. Solo.
What?
Okay. Here's the thing with Boombayah, and here's the thing. I love early era Blackpink, but every time I hear Boombayah, I get taken out every time they yell, "Oppa!" it's like, what, do you need that?
Okay, it was not necessary, but it adds character to a very, very good track. Like this, it still gets reference
It
in
does.
survival shows.
It does.
You know?
It does.
And I think it goes to show how much of an impact this was.
You know, it was so much of an impact that in Produce 48, my favorite stage was Boombayah and how awful it was, and you know that was I will never forget. I will never forget.
This sucks. These are like both top 5 for me.
I know
Yeah.
this is not a good matchup.
Solo, I think, is clearly the best out of the 4 solos
I agree.
by far.
Yep.
I agree.
Boombayah, since it's one of their debut tracks, is obviously one of their better songs, I think, as well. I do find Boombayah I don't think it's aged super well. I think it's a little grating.
Same.
It's just kind of it's like it's too loud.
Solo though has a very elegant drop that I think really matches Jennie's personality.
I'm gonna go with Boombayah though.
Oh my
I'm gonna go with
God.
Boombayah. I think it's more iconic. Yeah.
Fine, okay. We will start with
This could have been like a semi-final matchup.
It
honestly.
should have.
It could have
yeah.
Okay, go next.
All right. Boombayah takes the first win. Moving on to round 2 in the round of 8s or semifinals, semi-quarterfinals,
Oh
quarterfinals.
god, these ones.
How You Like That versus Pink Venom.
Okay, I have a yeah.
Already?
I have one.
You
Yeah.
didn't even have to think.
No.
Okay, what is it?
How you like that?
Elaborate. Why?
Okay.
Explain.
I think how you like that kind of. To be honest, I think it kind of overshadowed. Was it Lovesick Girls? Was that the run?
I think so. Yeah, it was How You Like
Right?
That, Ice Cream.
It was
and
How You
then-
Like That, Ice Cream, Lovesick Girls,
Lovesick
On the
Girls.
Ground, Gone, Lalisa,
Okay,
Pink
okay.
Venom.
I thought How You Like That kind of overshadowed. Love Sick Girls was supposed to be like the big track from that run. A lot of the choreography was really iconic. The drop that they had was really iconic. The outfits I thought were really interesting. I mean, their typical festival ending was also present. I don't know. I find How You Like That, like the wow factor of it was a little bit bigger than Pink Venom in my
There's a reason why Anita is correct, right?
yeah, back me
Okay.
up, Doug.
Okay.
Look at you now, look at me is iconic.
Exactly.
That is absolutely
Look at you
iconic.
now, look at
And
me, huh?
Pink Venom. The problem with Pink Venom is that random boom bap rap section in the middle.
Wait, that's the best part.
No,
It's a good part, but
might be
it
the
takes
best
you
part.
out
It
a
makes
little bit.
no sense within the context of the song,
Okay, fine.
especially because you follow it up with the Jisoo, like the Gayugum part where she's singing over it.
I can see that.
It makes no sense, the progression there.
Here's the thing. I respect the Pink Venom tried to do things a little differently, and same with the one that came after this, which the title escapes my mouth for some reason. But
Shutdown?
Shutdown.
Shut
yes.
Down.
Those two definitely try to do things a little differently, whereas How You Like That was an extension of Turu Turu to Kill This Love to How You Like That. That 3-song run, to me, that was when I was most frustrated with their discography, because it felt like they were just doing things over and over and over again. But in hindsight, it feels like How You Like That was probably not the worst of the 3 that I mentioned between Turu Turu, How You Like That, and Kill This Love.
All three I thought were good.
Yeah, you see, we disagree on this.
They're pretty good.
I don't know. I will admit, How You Like That, the whole section with they start off strong and then they go into 보란듯이 that thing. That thing felt like a very.
Yeah.
It feels very core YG, but it's an equation that works. So it's I gotta
It
give it to How
does.
You Like That here.
How You Like That's
Yes.
clearly
Yeah.
better.
All right. How You Like That moves on to the next round. Round 3, we have Lovesick Girls versus Turu 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 Turu.
Turu has to win here. I don't know what, like,
Doo-doo-doo. Yeah.
Turu has to win. It has to
The
win.
choreography, iconic.
Hot take. I think Lovesick Girls is my least favorite Blackpink title track.
I don't know if that's just necessarily hot, but I
I like Lovesick Girls.
I mean, okay, I feel like Lovesick Girls is the one that I tend to forget about at times because it is very different than a lot of their title tracks.
It's a
than their
festival song.
Typical. Yeah.
You know what it is? It sounds like random pop music from anywhere between 2014 to 2017. It's very bland and just very.
I thought of a segment on the fly we should do, Aaron, regards to this type of thing.
Oh.
I was going to say, I think that Duru Duru is like the Blackpink song.
Yeah.
Their most iconic song.
Yeah.
We should have a segment where
Oh.
we list a bunch of groups and pick what we think is the most iconic song and argue about it.
Okay, we
Okay.
could.
We could do that.
Like, if you say twice, you could argue about 5 songs. It's the song.
Cheer up.
Cheer up. There's no room for argument. If you say fancy,
I
You're
was gonna
young.
say fancy.
you're young. You're what? Wait, no, you're not young.
I think this is my favorite song. But I think we could do that for a bunch of groups, though. This kind of, I think it
yeah,
could
yeah,
be
yeah.
a thing.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
Well,
Stay tuned.
in terms of Blackpink, I do think
Duru Duru is the song. It's the
their
song.
Yeah.
It's the song. Has to win.
Yeah.
Do-do-do.
Yeah. Lovesick Girls, I don't know what they were doing. I know they were trying to do something different, but it came off as a rip
A
off
little
of
underwhelming.
shut up and dance with me. That song and like
Oh.
all those like
Yeah.
yeah. Duru moves on to next round. Wow, we move on to round 4. Round 4 is Kill This Love versus As If It's Your Last. Clearly, As If It's Your Last is the better song here between the two. I am a not Kill This Love enjoyer.
I've grown to like. I've learned to like Kill This Love, but As If It's Your Last is clearly better.
I think one of
As If It's Your Last is a top 3 Blackpink song.
Okay, top 3 is a bit of a spicy take, sir.
No, it is.
I do like it though. I was getting a lot of good flashbacks to like 21 kind of music.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and sometimes I wish Blackpink would do a little bit of this a little bit more, but I mean, I understand why they're not doing it. On the other hand, with Kill This Love, it was the epitome of stuff that was like frustrated with YG music at the time, all the cliches, all the blaring loudness, everything feeling like it's
the emptiest of the songs.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure that was a creative choice, but I just don't think it really worked out for my head.
The only highlight of that song is that Jennie kind of looks like Laura Croft in some of the outfits, but
The outfits.
the outfits were good.
Choreography was also very iconic. I remember a lot of people doing the point choreography, and also like most recently, for people that watch Boys Planet, they did a cover of this, right? Kill This Love. And now that I think about it, I think I would have preferred a cover of As If It's Your Last. I think that would have been very interesting.
As If
Like a
It's Your
take
Last
on
is a
that.
good song because have you seen people cover it acoustically? It's really good.
The melody is actually quite nice. Yeah.
See,
Okay, As If It's Your Last.
that only happens when the song itself was just really written well. This is like- yeah. Try doing an acoustic remix of Kill This Love.
That's hard. That would be hard.
All right, As If It's Your Last moves on to the next round while we go to round 5 of the quarterfinals, which is Shutdown
Oh God.
versus Underground. Bomb, bomb, bomb. All right, is it the sea shanty song or is it Taylor Swift? Which is it, guys? I personally vote for On the Ground here.
I agree. It's a vibe.
We like did not vibe with it back when it came out, but in hindsight, it wasn't that bad. I think I liked it.
I think that song has grown on me.
Yeah,
On the ground.
Yeah.
it's an emotional ride through Rose's earlier on in her life when the mattress had holes. Or did the walls have holes? Or was the mattress on the walls? I forget.
I don't remember.
Oh man. Well, as you can tell on the cover art,
Anita, which one do you like more?
Okay, I'm not a fan of either that much.
when we pull up, you know it's a shutdown.
I still hate the lyrics in Shutdown.
Whip it.
Blackpink in your area. The area's been shut down. It's a shutdown. I still can't handle that, dude. I just like
When we pull up, you know it's a shutdown.
On the ground, right, Anita?
Whip it, whip it, whip it,
Right?
whip it, whip it, whip
I
it, whip it.
think so. I mean,
Whip it, whip it,
I
whip it, whip
think Shutdown, not my favorite of the title tracks, of course, but I did feel like there were some key points, like choreography wise, music video wise, I thought were pretty cool. I guess overall, the package, though, Underground, I thought was more complete. So yeah, Underground.
On the ground moves on to the next round. While SojuTalk moves on to round 6, we have Stay versus Whistle.
Oh no!
Whistle.
Whistle.
100%.
Whistle.
He's had up.
Bottom.
Para.
I like the campfire song though, guys.
Okay, I like Stay too. I do like Stay.
Stay is iconic. Stay is iconic.
It is. But Whistle is, I think, forever. I think is gonna be.
You're right. Just pick Whistle. Just pick
Whistle.
Very, very great.
Whistle.
All right, round 7. We have Playing with Fire, aka 불장난, versus La Lisa Love Me, La Lisa Love Me. The loudest
Playing
in
with
the
Fire.
room.
It has to be Playing with Fire.
Playing with Fire. Also iconic. To me, that was like the song at the time when it was released. I was like, yep.
Yeah.
Playing with Fire.
Yeah.
That being said, people like La Lisa, dude. Like
That's true.
That's true. But I mean,
Are you one of those people?
I like the song now, but it's not better than Playing with Fire.
Okay. Yes.
Well, I'll be honest, Doug. I'm not one of those people.
Yeah.
This was honestly, as a content creator, this has been talking about Lalisa has been very difficult because, like, I remember like when it dropped, I did a Twitch stream, and like for some reason, I was like very emotionally displeased with the song. And I was like, what is going on? And I was like, I did a long ass rant, and I was like, oh man, the mood's like very down. How do I pull this back up? I don't know. If you like the song, props to you, but 불장난, that's where it's at, folks. So 불장난 moves on to the next round. Well, in the final round, in the round of 16s, we have
it has to be Flower.
Ice Cream
God.
versus Flower. Warren shall vote for Ice Cream.
What?
Ice Cream. I have said this over and over and over again. I think Ice Cream is low-key a banger. Ice Cream,
honestly,
chillin'. Ice Cream, chillin'.
I kind of between these two.
Ice Cream, chillin'. Ice Cream, chillin'.
Y'all
Ice
are
Cream,
bugging.
chillin'.
No way, dude.
Are you flower team?
No, of course.
What, early?
I hate ice cream.
I think it was interesting.
What did you hate about Ice Cream?
Nice.
Everything.
What, you didn't like Wizards of Waverly Place feature, huh?
It's the lyrics are ridiculous. They
the
wish they had gotten Ariana Grande instead. Just saying. The song's just not great.
Look so cute and look so sweet.
I just eviscerated that song.
Okay, honestly, I know why you don't like it. I just think it's one of those turn your brain off kind of songs, and it makes so much sense.
I never turn my brain off.
Oh well, I'm sorry.
Always
sir.
on.
Apparently, somebody's like choose 500 over here.
It's always on.
Okay. Is that a cover of BTS's On, Doug?
It might have been. Go to ice cream.
Okay,
Click
ice cream. It's Selena Gomez.
Move on.
All right, we're moving on to quarterfinals. We have 8 songs to choose from. First round, we have How You Like That versus Ice Cream with Selena Gomez.
How you like that?
I vote for Ice
How
Cream.
you like that? No, how you like that?
Ice Cream. Chillin',
get outta
chillin'.
here.
Ice
How you
Cream,
like that?
chillin'.
How you like that?
Fine. How You Like That moves on
Because
to the
Ice
next
Cream
round.
didn't have the choreo to go along with it, really.
It doesn't need choreo. It's just too good of a song. That's
Oh
what it is.
no!
Anyways,
This is tough.
next round
No.
is As If It's Your Last versus Playing with Fire, which in a larger picture, these are the most two similar songs of this kind of spectrum of Blackpink's music. In my head.
I like As If It's Your Last.
Imagine.
Oh.
Oh, Doug was so angry he left the chat. Look at that.
Oh my god.
I disconnected. I'm back.
Doug was so unhappy.
No, I'm back. Give me a second.
Honestly, I don't know. I feel I'm having a difficult time picking between the two here.
Okay, I'm gonna campaign for Playing with Fire
Okay.
because
Why?
I think this sound that they had, right, with this song set the stage for a lot of like what would be key features in their music later on. The choreography is literally it's good, it's fire. It gets referenced quite a bit too. Like what was it? Taeyang Shung,
Shung, yes.
right? Featuring Lisa. There's a lyric there. They always say "playing with fire."
All
and I feel
I'm
like every
hearing
time
is copium about this song. She ain't even talking about the song itself. She was just talking about the accessories. All I'm hearing is some copium.
Doug.
Who?
Doug, why do you think As If It's Your Last is a better song then? Give me your defense.
Okay. Number one, Lisa says, "You gon' finna catch me" at one point in this song, dude.
Wait, this is true.
That is a ridiculous lyric because that was about when people were giving Drake shit for using like Caribbean words in his songs. You remember this? It was a big thing.
Yeah.
He was using patoy in his song that people were giving him so much crap. My window's messed up in the screen, by the way. I don't know what happened. But
okay.
there's just something about As If It's Your Last that's just great. All of it's great. There's nothing bad about this song. When I think about Playing with Fire, for some reason to me, it has always been the case to me where I feel like the chorus just drags 1%.
I kind of see that. Baby, okay. I understand why you're saying that. I don't quite agree with you. But
Which is why you're gonna pick.
But you have me with you gon' finna catch me.
That's
I mean, okay, Anita, can you rebut against?
That's what you hang on to.
I mean, here's the thing. That's become one of the memes of that like era of K-pop.
Did it survive though? Is it referenced? Is it iconic?
Sometimes I'll see a post about it about poor English on like unpopular K-pop opinions, and it still gets referenced here and there. Like, yeah. Look, this you gon' finna catch me is kind of iconic in the wrong ways. I'm gonna go with Playing with Fire.
Let's go.
No. I've been
Yes.
Okay, we have the two debuts in the next round. We have Whistle versus Boombaya.
No. These are two of my favorite
Whistle.
Blackpink songs.
You gotta pick Whistle.
But yeah, it's Whistle.
Whistle is... I honestly think Whistle is Tae's best song. Like, overall, period.
Wasn't it also, like, B.I. worked on it as well at some point?
B.I. is the third person credited in the lyrics. What do you know?
Right, yeah.
Click it.
Whistle moves on. All right. Round 4, we have On the Ground versus...
All right, we don't even need to talk about this. It's Turuturu.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Shout out to everyone that likes On the Ground, but we're going to Turuturu.
Turuturu is like a whole nother level.
All right. Semifinals, we have Whistle versus Turuturu. Whistle.
Turuturu.
Whistle.
That's the issue. I feel like, do you go by what is... like goes hand in hand with the group, like the track that everybody knows, everybody can reference,
which is Whistle.
No,
yeah, it is. Everybody knows it. Dude, my mom knows.
No, that's Whistle. The thing. I don't think everybody knows it. I feel like I am sad about this, but the debut track that people hung on to was Boombaya, even though Whistle is superior musically.
Think about Turuturu. Lisa wore those green dish cleaning gloves, dude, in that chorus.
Oh, she did?
She did, dude.
Are you supporting or are you arguing against?
It was amazing. They had a tank that was covered in diamonds, and there was shopping bags off with a gun in the front.
This is true, they did.
I remember seeing that and be like, what the hell is going on? We haven't seen a tank since 21. That's what I remember thinking.
Okay.
That's true.
Here's what I will add. Turuturu is one of those songs where if I can't listen to Turuturu, I'll just listen to Kill This Love. I'll just listen to How You Like That. Heck, I'll just listen to Bang Bang Bang. They're not word per word similar, but there's a very fair line of similarity between a lot of those YG tracks. Whistle, though. Nothing quite captures the magical essence of that minimal trap song with the whistle sample.
Make a whistle like a missile.
Boom, boom. Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you.
I really love Whistle. I really do.
Oh, yeah. So you're choosing it. Yeah.
But
yeah.
I think in this battle is Turuturu.
All right. Well, you know I like Turuturu. Jury covered it and produced 48. Turuturu moves on to the next round. All right. In the other side of the semifinals, we have Playing with Fire versus How You Like That.
Playing with Fire.
Playing with Fire. All right. In the final round, we have Playing with Fire versus Turuturu.
I feel like Doo needs to win here.
Yeah.
Yes.
It does between these two. It really just
Between
comes down
these
to
two, yeah.
Whistle or Doo should have been the final, right?
That should have.
That was the final round.
Solo should have also been in the quarterfinals at least.
Solo should have been to like the final four too. I think.
Well, it was unluckily seeded, but like we mentioned earlier, Duru is one of their most iconic songs, and it will probably forever be that way.
It's probably the song that got the most people internationally to be like, this group is legit, right? I would say
that was when I noticed the shifts in the fandom from like Koreans to global wise.
It's their blood, sweat, and tears equivalent.
Kind of like fire too. Yeah. All right, well, ride your chandeliers, folks, because Duru wins the final round, and it is officially SojuTalk certified best Blackpink title track of all time. But that doesn't mean it has to be the best title track for you. If you have a different title track that you think is the best Blackpink title track of all time,
let us know.
Let us know in the comments down below or wherever you want. DM me about it. I don't know.
I'm also thinking if we ever do that discussion about like this group's most iconic song, we should use groups that have been around for a decent amount of time. So there's a lot to choose from.
Yeah,
like
we're not
7 years.
Like we should say like, what is Big Bang's most iconic song? That's gonna be a big debate. You know what I mean?
That's divisive.
What is Girls' Generation's like that the song?
G.
Well,
G.
I'm just saying we could have a discussion. Kara
Or Into the New World.
Tiara. We could also do more recent groups. Like we should say groups have to be debuted at least 5 years ago or something like that in this discussion.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's New Jeans. We can't do them, or like
we can't do
that. We can't do the Surfing. It's gonna be one of the 3 songs.
But you could do like but you could pick like a G Friend. You could pick an Eyes One. You could pick all of those groups and try to pick the most iconic song out of there. I think that'd be a fun discussion.
Maybe we'll do that next week. You'll just have to wait and see. I'll just have to wait and see because we don't plan this very far ahead. But anyways, that has been SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. Doug's face is all messed up. I don't know why.
I'm Doug. I'd like to thank Warren and Nita for joining me this week. We'll see you guys next time when we cover tracks probably from Dreamcatcher. I would say one of AB6 and CIX, and then most likely Card because people like them on our server. But if you would like to influence that vote, please join our Discord, discord.gg/SojuTalk. The alternative link is also in the YouTube description. And I think it is in the podcast description as well. So join us there. We'll see you guys next time, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.